This is Sparkles, and this is my long-awaited commentary on women in reality TV. The first thing we're going to talk about is toddlers and tiaras. It's gross, it's heinous, it's offensive, it's sad. This year I watched the Miss America pageant from start to finish, and as much as I respect those women, I know that that's a talent, and I respect that, and I think women who want to do that deserve to do that. But to start children this young, these girls look like the women on these pageants, and the women on the pageants are my age. We have a long way to go. This is the September issue of People, and they scratched the surface. The article's interesting, but you kind of lose the purpose of the article in a tabloid like People. I think this would have been best served in a magazine where people are expecting social commentary. Let's talk about Bad Girls Club. Bad Girls Club debuted in the late 2000s by the creator of Real World, and you know, I have to say that Real World was a big pop culture phenomena when it first debuted. Now, I mean, I used to be fat, Hot 16 and Pregnant, Maid, all these shows were like their kids in high school. I think they've kind of turned their demographic to high school kids, and so that's even more dangerous if you ask me, but they didn't ask me, so. But anyway, The Real World was kind of not so scripted. It dealt with sexuality, community issues. They did work, and it wasn't just sitting around cussing and fighting and drinking. And I guess once MTV changed their demographic to high school students, they decided, oh, and while we're at it, let's go ahead and sell Oxygen, this new reality show called Bad Girls Club, aka the trashiest women's reality TV show I've seen in a long time. They come into this house and they spend an entire season drinking, fighting, cursing, pulling each other's extensions out. They literally just throw these young women, 21 to, 26-year-old women, and they get in the house and they do nothing. At least with The Real World, these people were going out working every day. These girls sit around all damn day. It's just like, you drink and then what? Oh, and you fight because I don't like her because she's catty, and I don't like her because she's catty. Women can be friends with other women. It's this really phenomenal concept. It's entertaining, and I think that, Oxygen tries to cater to this young woman. This is the network for you. You're young, and this is your network. Moving right along. I don't even know what else really to say about Bad Girls Club, except it's just a compilation of shots. It's edited to the point where whenever these girls are smiling, it gets cut out, and the only parts we see is bitch, 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 bitch. I don't want to hear that. The Real Housewives of the United States of America. The Real Housewives of Atlanta. The Real Housewives of New Jersey. The Real Housewives of New York. The Real Housewives of Orange County. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The Real Housewives of Miami. The Real Housewives of Malibu. What exactly do they do? They're housewives, and that means that they sit around, drink, and talk about each other. There's no women loving women. It's women hating other women. They spend the entire hour talking about how they would just love to not be associated with the rest of these women. So why are you on the show? Jersey Shore, they portray this get drunk, get crazy, get live, fight somebody, and we'll just stand around and watch. Like, we don't care. Reality TV allows us to see things that we would not want to see in real life, but we're happy to laugh at on television, except then it's real. We get on boys a lot for trying to be like rappers and thugs, and we get on boys for playing these violent video games. Well, for women, for young girls, they do what they see on these reality shows, which is try to fight each other, and fight each other for God knows why. It's not fun. So, unless you are okay with perpetuating this violent cycle where young girls are seeing Snooki and God knows who else fighting each other, Samantha, Sweetheart, I don't know what her name, J Wow, Wildin' Out. I don't. Let me just be the first to tell you, MTV, that it's your problem. The parents can only do so much. I mean, I used to say, well, parents should be monitoring what their kids watch. Well, even if they are monitoring it, the internet, what you can you, and then let's talk about Basketball Wives. First and foremost, VH1, Mob Wives, Love and Hip Hop, and Basketball Wives, Flavor of Love, Ray J of Love, or I don't remember what it was called, Radiation. The entire line of programming for the last 5 years has been, let's get a bunch of women to fight over a man, or let's put a bunch of women in an environment where they can be tempted to fight over men. I'm sorry, what? You want me to show my ass for Flavor Flav, Ray J, Brett Michaels, who else? And then Basketball Wives. Shawnee O'Neal, you ought to be embarrassed. Yes, your husband cheated on you. Shaquille O'Neal, he's just awkwardly unintelligent. You have your whole life in the spotlight. Just call it. We saw your behind Shaqs, meaning all your side booty and all of that. That's embarrassing. And Shawnee O'Neal thought, well, let me take advantage of this situation by embarrassing a bunch of other women. She made that show so successful that it got 2 spinoffs. It's awful. How do we teach our girls values? How do we teach them that it has nothing to do with what you look like? More important than how curled your hair is, how tan your skin is, how flawless your legs are, is what's in here. And these women display none of this. They display tactless, violent, unnecessary drama. And they build it up so that all we think about when we think of women is drama. We have nothing else to do except talk about who slept with whose husband. Oh, let's talk about something more important. I don't know, something. Politics. Something else. Go volunteer somewhere. Let's show you doing something productive. I mean, I think that what happens is they put these shows out so we can kind of segregate ourselves from the real problem. It's everyone. We all look crazy. Bad Girls Club, they have everybody. I've seen everybody. Every single type of race has been on that show. Housewives of every city in the United States has been every single race, creed, color. So it has nothing to do with age. Oh, those young women on Bad Girls Club are a hot mess. Have you seen Basketball Wives? Mature, seasoned, I don't know. The show Dance Mom, I can't sit through any of the show. My roommates watch it. I have to turn it off. When I don't like it. It perpetuates this idea that women cannot get along with other women. And I think that's BS. Just pure and simple, I think it's BS. On TV, they act like we can't be friends with people of the same sex unless we fight them first. I've never fought any of my friends. Never. And on the shows, they like, last season we fought, but we cool now. No. In the real world, things like that don't work. You can't fight me and then we get tighter. Friends should be friends. Friends, not frenemies. Anyway, so Dance Moms. This woman treats these young girls, it's like the polar opposite of this show. In this show, these little girls are the brats. In Dance Moms, the woman is a brat. This lady, the self-esteem, I mean, where do we start? She talks about these girls' bodies. She talks about their mothers. You see her cursing out moms in front of the kids. What are we saying about ourselves? Girls see this and they say, oh, I'm not supposed to get along with women because all I see is women fighting women. What we gonna do? I think we should be uplifting one another and not spitting on each other, trying to figure out who slept with who stole whose drink, whose hair is better, who shaves their legs more. I mean, it's like, are you kidding? Oh, the golden goose, Kim Kardashian. If there's any reality show that needs to be turned off, let this be the one that they turn off. This one spawns all evil. Kim Kardashian got famous after making a sex tape. I think that's enough said. I'm not judging her. I don't know her. She might be a real cool chick. I don't believe that reality show. I believe that's scripted. They write that. That's written. They get a booklet every time. They read over it. They turn the cameras on. I believe that's scripted. I'm not saying that the show's not entertaining. I don't watch it, but I've glimpsed at it. Kris Jenner, like when you sit down with your kids, when the cameras go out, what do you talk to them about? I mean, I just get a really twisted, ugly face when I think about Kim Kardashian. Not that every TV show needs to be like Dr. Phil. The point of my video, I don't care what color you are, what age you are, what race you are, what religion you are, if you have one. You might be affected adversely by these things. I'm not saying don't watch it. I mean, because they're not going to turn it off. Reality TV is entertainment, but it's also a reflection of what we think reality is. And if reality is women fighting other women, then we have to do something different. I could sit here and talk about the way we're portrayed in every other medium, music especially being one of them. These people are getting paid to write these shows that show women eliminating each other. And I think that it's really important that we sit down and we have conversations about it. A woman sitting down talking to another woman, honey, I don't talk to other women, okay? No, but we can do that. We can have conversations and we can talk about these things and we can kind of figure out when we see other women fighting, is it funny or is it unfortunate? I'm uncomfortable when I see other women fighting. I don't care if it's in real life or on television. I am very uncomfortable because I think that as women, we have so many other people to fight than each other. Honey, we could be fighting the people we need to be fighting. And I don't mean physically, I mean write some letters. Like these people trying to get rid of your rights. Stop fighting the other women because we can't help each other if we broke down. It's all a process and it's about being uplifted and feeling like you have a support system. It's not about breaking each other down. And to any young girls watching this, just know they want to tell you that you can't be friends with each other. They want to tell you that you have to fight each other and you have to be catty with one another. But you don't have to do that. You really don't. That's all I got. This is Sparkles.
Check it out now. No doubt now. Yeah. Check it out now.